Alright everyone, and we are back after week 1 of college football. What a crazy week, so many crazy plays, games, moments, everything. It was an eventful week, it was a great week. Well yeah, this video we're going to be like reviewing my stuff from last week, saying some new stuff for the upcoming week, and most of the stuff that happened along this week. It's basically a review, a look into the next week, and all the above in that category. But yeah, let's get straight into it with reviewing my week 1 game picks. First game, North Dakota State versus Colorado. North Dakota State put up a great fight. Travis Hunter went crazy in this game. Colorado was favored by 10, and they did get the dub. I did pick Colorado, but it was a very close, good game. Next game, we have Penn State versus West Virginia. Now, Penn State came out this game destroying them. They had that crazy weather delay that delayed them for a couple hours. Penn State came out with the win by like 20. I forgot the score, but I know they won pretty significantly. I did pick Penn State. They were also favored by 8. So yeah, I did pick Penn State to win. That's 2 so far. Next is Georgia versus Clemson. Georgia being the favorites at 13.5. I did pick Georgia, obviously. I mean, Georgia dominated Clemson. You saw it at noon. Not much to say about that game. Georgia dominated. Next game, Miami versus Florida. I actually really thought this game would be close and Florida had a chance, but Miami trounced them 41-17 in the swamp. Just embarrassing for Florida. It's not looking good for them this year. Miami looks better than I thought. Disrespected them a little. I apologize. Yeah, Miami might be good this year. We don't know. They could be good this year. They look really good this past week. Next game is the night game, Notre Dame, Texas A&M. What a game this was. I was watching this one back and forth every play. Just a great game. Notre Dame did come out with the win in Kyle Field. I did pick Notre Dame. That's 4 for 4. Notre Dame was not the favorite. Texas A&M was favored by 3. But I did pick Notre Dame to win. I had faith in them, and they did. They came out with the win. Last game, LSU versus USC. Picked LSU. They were favored by 4. USC, Miller Moss, came out with the dub. Crazy game. It was last night from the time I'm recording this. It was a crazy game, crazy plays. There's a play featured later in this video. Just crazy plays. Eventful, just a crazy good game. Just a great game. Yeah, so that's it for the game picks of last week. Let's get into the game picks of this week. This week is not as good as last week. I'm only picking 2 games to pick from. Last week was 6. This week will be 2. Could be a little more, but they're not great games. I don't want to include just mediocre games. But the 2 are big games. First one being Michigan versus Texas. Texas looks very strong right now, winning 45-0 in their first game. Michigan not so much, starting the walk-on quarterback, struggling against Fresno State a little bit, so I will have Texas in this one. There's no lines up for this yet, so I'm not going to go based off that. So yeah, I'm going with Texas in this one by probably 2 scores or more. They look really strong. Michigan just looks weak right now. I don't really like how they look. Final game, Tennessee versus NC State. This is like the 15 versus the 24, I believe. Tennessee looked pretty good the past week, so did NC State. They both look pretty good. But I will have to go with Tennessee with the freshman Nico Iamaleava, however you say his name. Still don't know. But yeah, we'll have to go with him. It looked pretty good. I think Tennessee's just a better team overall, and I think they will win this game. We have 3 players of the week. All 3 offense had just absolute ridiculous games. First guy his game got cut short because they destroyed their opponent so bad. Jackson Dart I mean, he literally missed a couple passes. He threw for like 450 yards in the first half. I mean, he almost had 500 yards in one half and like 6 touchdowns. He went absolutely insane, but obviously they subbed him out in the second half because they won almost by 80 points. So next guy we have is a running back, and this kid went crazy. I turned this game on, watched a little bit of it, and he scored immediately. This is Boise State, ASHTON JEANTY. This kid had almost 300 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. He's not built for this conference, bro. Like, he can play anywhere in this country easily, start anywhere. Yeah, he just had an insane, outstanding game. 6 touchdowns, 300 yards. He just did his thing. He did great. Our last and final player of the week is a receiver. So we have quarterback, running back, receiver. This guy played at night, didn't even watch this game, saw it in the morning. Tatora McMillan put up 300 yards and 3 or 4 touchdowns? What was it? 3 or 4? 10 catches, 304 yards, and 4 touchdowns, putting up 61 points. Their defense, not great, but their offense, holy crap. Tatora McMillan went off. Noah Fafita also with 400 plus yards. They look really good. Their defense looks not great, but Tatora McMillan and Fafita sure do look really, really good. Those are the week 1 players of the week. Next up, we have the plays of the week. We have 2 this week, both being insane catches. One being this pick by Utah State's Ike Larson.
First down, Barnes. Barnes wants to go deep, and good coverage. Whoa! Are you kidding me? Holy smokes! That's harder. He one-handed that.
Get one more look at it here.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
First of all, he went up in the air. He did a full.
One of the greatest picks I've ever seen. Yeah, if you saw it or you just saw it now, you can see for yourself why. I mean, this could potentially be the play of the year. I mean, this kid went up and just absolutely grabbed this ball out of the air. Like, it was insane. I saw it after the game on like Instagram stuff. It was crazy. Yeah, not many people saw it because, like, you know, Utah State and Robert Morris, no one really watches them specifically, but yeah, I saw this and this had to be one of them. The second and final one we have is the catch from last night. This catch from USC's Kyron Hudson. This kid went up over 2 people and absolutely took this ball away from them. This was also helping. He also had a catch at the very end of this game, which was called for targeting, that helped them win this game. 2 insane one-handed catches, but the earlier one was absolutely ridiculous. This had to be on there as well. The last segment we have is my top 10 after week 1. Starting off at 10, Missouri played very well. I mean, played a mediocre team, got the job done, and move up a spot in my rankings. Number 9, Utah shuts them out 49-0. Played really well, stays top 10. Actually, no, probably I think moves up a couple spots, but into the top 10. At number 8, we have Notre Dame. I know this might be a little controversial considering they beat a top 25 team at Kyle Field, but the teams above them just have more talent. They just play better than Notre Dame, in my opinion. So Notre Dame is at 8, but props to them for getting the job done. At 7, we have Penn State coming out and shutting up the West Virginia hype train. Absolutely just coming out with that dub, 20+ point win, I believe. I actually don't know, that could be wrong. But Penn State comes out with that dub. Moving on to next week, hoping to continue their winning. But yeah, they played extremely well even after the delay. Penn State is at the number 7 spot, and they just played really well. Number 6, this team struggled, and that is Oregon against Idaho. Don't know what was going on in this game. They only won by 10. It was a scary one. Upset alert the whole night. I'm not sure what's going on. They couldn't get anything going. Offensively, defensively was pretty good, but offensively they couldn't get much going. So they dropped from like 3 to 6. They'll be back though. I know they'll improve. They just got to improve their stuff. I mean, they got the win. That's all that matters. Yeah, they just got to keep focusing and get these wins. And number 5, we have Ole Miss absolutely destroying Furman 76-0. Almost an 80-point win in week 1. Jackson Dart went off. Everyone on that team just played really well. They just played excellent. I mean, nothing much to say about them. They just played really well. They are at the 5 spot. At the 4 spot is a team that absolutely just ran away with it, and that is Alabama. The 17-year-old Ryan Williams went off. Jalen Milroe looked great. The whole team looked great. They just showed up, got the job done, did well. Number 3, we have Ohio State. Freshman Jeremiah Smith looking insanely good out there. Looking like the next Marvin Harrison Jr. potentially. They just got the job done. A little scary in the first half, but 52-6 win versus Akron. They shut them down, and they got the win done. The 2 spot looked really impressive. Texas, 45-0 against Colorado State. Colorado State isn't even like terrible. They're all right, but they just looked really, really strong against them. Connecting, passing, running, everything they did, just did it really, really well. And yeah, they got it done. It's like week 1, so you can't really judge much off of this. So they just got the job done. Number 1 team and staying at 1 is Georgia, absolutely dominating Clemson, dominating a top 15 team. There was no stopping them in this game. Got the job done and got the win. That's all they needed to do. Stay at 1. Alright, well, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I will be back next week for week 2. I'm thinking of segments on the fly. It's really fun to make, but week 2, we're ready. And we're going to see what happens this coming week. And I'll see you guys next week with another video.